The Railway series with all its beautiful background engines. But do you know how many background engines there are? Well, first up, you got these guys. You got Edward Gordon, Proboscis Gordon, Totally Not Just James, Gordon Prime, and Grenly. At least that's what I choose to call them. Also, yes, that's a tender. That's a tender engine. Then, I think that's Gordon Prime there. Not sure that is. Also, it looks like Gordon doesn't have a tender in this shot. I don't know, maybe that's just me. Then you have Definitely Not Just James. Though I just think this is Edward, but that's my own theory. Go watch that video. Probably not Henry. Also, you're not telling me these... You cannot tell me that these are the same sheds. These are not the same sheds. That's just Edward. I don't... No, that's literally Edward. You can even see him right here. Right there. That's Edward. That's Edward and Henry. And Thomas. No idea who that is. No idea who this is. That's just Edward. Probably just a poorly drawn Thomas. Probably just a poorly drawn Thomas. Or maybe like leftover Wellsworth and Sudbury. That's just Edward. That's just Edward and Henry. And James. You see, there are zero background engines in that book. This is Henry, Gordon, and Edward. Now, I have zero clue who these two... So, one of these is Gordon, but Henry is green at this time. So, no idea who the other guy is, and I don't even know which is Gordon, which is not. It's Dolby Omni's writing these guys. Oh, and that's an elephant. I assume there were no other big tender engines on the line at this point. Otherwise, I feel like they'll be here right now. So I don't think there's any other big tender engines on the line at this point. Context probably needed. I think this is Gordon and this is Edward, but it just looks so weird, and I don't... This could be a whole new character, honestly. What could have been? What could have been? That's just Percy. Probably just James, and that's Henry, but that's probably just James. Who is pulling this goods train that Henry crashes into? I assume James, but I have no idea. No! You shouldn't exist! You don't exist! Bad! Why did they use the same cover for both books? I don't understand. The same illustration. Why? There are zero... This is the last time any, background engines appear on Solder. There are zero... This is just Thomas. That's just a bad Thomas, okay? This is not a new character. That is Thomas, okay? This is the hill I die on. I'll argue to you to the day the universe dies. That's just Thomas. I'd argue that one green engine in these sheds also Henry, but that doesn't really make sense. But it's meant to be Henry, and that's probably James putting down the hood. Poor guy. The Percy fan club. Jeremy's cousins. You. James and 98462. Ginty and Pug. Not really sure if they count, since they're kind of characters. I mean, they appear in Noah Railway, so they probably don't count, but whatever. I don't know who these guys are, because you got Thomas, Edward, you can't see him, Gordon, you can't see him, James, you can't see him, Percy and Toby, and then Duck, who doesn't even appear in this illustration. Again, probably shouldn't count this, but this is Ginty. You don't count. No. How many times do I have to say this? That's just Neil. I almost forgot about you. Ooh. Probably just the remains of Ginty and Pug. Faceless Stepney. No idea who these two guys are. No idea who these guys are. Bluebell engines. Damn you and your kin for all of eternity. Again, why they faceless? Don't know. But they're cool, I guess. I don't even know how to count this. That's just Percy. Again, don't think I should count this. He's kind of a character. So that's where all the other Tender engines went. Holy crap, Chautauqua Hat killed 98462 and all those other guys. I mean, where else would he get all these tenders from? Real question is, why does Duck have them? You probably don't count. These guys. You got weird backwards diesel shunter guy and Boko's evil brother. And the main character. Unfortunately, you count. And the final background engine in Thomas and Friends is Stanley. Ooh, this is meant to be Stanley, but it shouldn't be Stanley because this takes place in 1904. Yet Stanley wasn't built until I think it was 1917, and then he was bought by Mitchell in 1920, appearing in 1928, which doesn't even make any sense in canon because then Falcon Stewart would have known about him for like 8 years. So Smudger's better.